stupid. 'Cause I feel like at this point in time, you've gotten there are very few type combinations that are unused, right? So I feel like if you're gonna use one, you can't make it something stupid. So I'm disappointed in that. And then Bellable, I don't like that thing. I think it's stupid, but I think
And the Ghetto Electric type, like they try to replace Pikachu. I highly doubt that.
yeah, yeah. Well, every game has its silver. But yeah, I think that's as far as the new Pokemon goes. I think that's about it. Those are the ones that really stand out. So, like we said, there's good ones, there's bad ones, there's everything in between with the Pokédex. I don't hold that against this game.
What I don't
Um,
get is why doesn't the what is it, the grass fire type get rid of all?
yeah, I don't know. I don't like that thing at all. So I don't know why it doesn't get that. That would make sense. Um, but yeah, so the other thing is, so last things are, if I were to, I would say, looking toward the future. That's a big thing that we touch on briefly before we go here.
All right.
So obviously this game is pretty new right now. It's only been out a little over a month at this point, maybe 5 weeks by the time this podcast airs. So I'd say maybe 6 weeks. So I would say in the future, I'm really 100% expecting DLC, and I know we had touched on this earlier, but I'm 100% expecting DLC for this game. I think you are too as well. Is that
Yeah,
right?
because I wish they bring back like a better balance system.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't even really talk about that, the competitive scene. So, but yeah. So I guess the only thing I want it's really too early to speculate on like
Well,
new games,
we
but
know
I
we can
think
do another video if the DLC actually comes out or not. But that's the
yeah, we'll
future.
probably if we do get DLC, then we'll definitely talk about it in the future. But yeah, I mean, I think DLC is an obvious and smart play to make on their part because I think it worked out well in Sword and Shield, despite that there wasn't a lot of substance to that DLC. I still think it was a good idea, and I think if they do DLC again, I think it would be a good idea. They
I'm
just need
just
to, of
wishing
course.
if they give us more than one, it's not $30 because if they Nintendo themselves offering refund really talked about that. They should not
Yeah,
charge us a fortune for a DLC.
I agree with you. Yeah, they should. You should make the DLC should be rich in quantity and quality, and it shouldn't cost a lot. So it should be more. It should be cheaper than the Sword and Shield DLC, and it should have more to it than the Sword and Shield DLC, and then I'll be happy with it. So I think that would be good. Like if they just if they pump the brakes on pumping out new Pokemon games and just gave us a DLC for the next year, I'm cool with that because, like I said, we're very new in Sword and Shield right now, so there's a lot of life I think in the games to be had. So, um, but yeah, I'm hoping that maybe at some point in like January or February we'll get an announcement about DLC.
Yeah,
That's around the time that they announced it for Sword and Shield, respectively. So, but yeah, I think that would be a really good idea, and I just hope that they make it better and more worth it than the Sword and Shield DLC.
it's true.
Yeah, so as far as the one thing we didn't mention, which is kind of ironic, is the competitive battling scene. So, unfortunately, as you know at this point, we still are stuck with the 20-minute timer,
But
which sucks.
at least they make moves go faster.
Yeah, so there's two things that they did in this generation that make the 20-minute timer not suck as much. So the first thing is, as you just mentioned, they tightened up all the in-game mechanics to the point where moves take less time, health bars go down quicker, there's less of a delay for everything, like in game, which is a big plus. But the other thing is they the new Pokemon in this generation, it looks like they really incentivized aggressive playing and paced games. Like they incentivized you with like you could just tell by looking at the base stats of Pokemon this generation, like they're incentivizing aggressive play, right? Like that's pretty nice.
That's good.
Um, yeah, so that is good. That combined with the mechanics being tightened up and quicker, Make the 20-minute timer not suck quite as much, which is nice. So, but yeah, I still think we need a 25-minute.
Oh, 25 or 30. 30 is probably the best.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's no reason why they couldn't do that for us. So it's what it is. Like we're stuck. We're stuck, and that sucks. But at least it doesn't suck as bad as Sword and Shield.
But they didn't give us versus recorder. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that to come back. It would be nice, but
It's too much information for them to add, but they can add a lot of other stuff.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, that's that. I mean, it just kind of is what it is. I've been doing a little bit of competitive battling so far, and I do like it. I find the timer is less of an issue this game than it was the last two games, which is good. So hopefully, I mean, I'm sure that'll change, but I'm hoping that it remains not too much of an issue. So last thing, overall, how would you rank? How would you rate this game if you were giving this game a letter grade? All things considered, everything we talked about and everything we didn't talk about. All things considered, how do you like this game, Joey? How would you rate it? Letter.
I'll probably give it a 6 out of 10 just because some of the Pokemon look cool, some of them just look stupid, lazy. Even the shinies look lazy. The graphics are very, very bad, so it cannot get more than 6, or most likely a 5 or 6, in my opinion. It just, the game got lazy entirely. The storyline is actually pretty good.
You're talking about Mousehold, right?
Yeah, 5 or